Hi, how you going? It is of course me, Reese T. O'Leary of perpelFLAME and Company. That's right, perpelFLAME. And I hope you are doing fabulous and well on this wonderful evening. Now, I wanted to have a chat with everybody. Well, anybody who may see this video anyway. Whoever it might be. It will reach the right spaces and the right places and the right people all at the right times. And I wanted to chat about belief systems and what people think they know to be true and how they think they know these things to be true. And I'm going to be pulling some cards from 4 different decks at the same time. Something that I've faced my entire life is being at opposition, complete and utter opposition with every single, people call me very defiant. People call me very at odds with the beliefs of the society that I'm a part of. But what is true of the matter is the interconnectedness that I have with the spirit realm and the realms beyond, and the galactic councils, I have so much disagreement with the world that we live in and the things that happen in this world, and I quite frankly feel like an observer in the bubble that is society. It's quite interesting to me to see how people participate in this world and how their belief systems are formed and shaped surrounding their experiences. I do often have many multitudes of experiences that have people questioning, I guess my sanity, and I find that amusing that people have to judge and question my sanity and question my integrity based on their own lack of understanding and their own lack of knowledge and assessment of what is true simply by looking at facts. Now, what's interesting, I think, is the amount of people in the world around us that have no concept or clue of all that actually presides around us at all given times. People think that we live in this physicality and that's all there is. That's all there is. There's just a physical expression of life. We have our body, we have our skin, we have our heartbeat, we have blood in our body, we have water in our body, we have the land, the ocean, but there's so much more than just this. There is so much more than just animals, and there is so much more. And people fail to understand that the slower people are in understanding that there is so much more, the slower the progression of the spiritual ascension. And that terminology has been chucked around in our societies way too much. What is spirituality? What is spiritual ascension? What is the, what is that? What is spiritual ascension? I think people will have this rather bland concept that if we just cross our legs and say kumbaya and meditate and say I'm ascending, No. Spiritual ascension is walking into the fire, the pits of hell. Spiritual fire, right? Walking into your deepest, darkest expressions of who you are. Your expression as a human being, your expression of a Hi, have I been hacked? Hi Kelly, how you going? Um, have I been hacked? Has perpelFLAME and Company been hacked? No, this page has not been hacked. Um, Thank you for your comment. That's a very interesting comment. No, I'm doing a live video right now, so I haven't been hacked. If you've been contacted by scammers, I've posted several posts on this page recently pertaining to scammers, so I would acknowledge your comment and say that you should pay attention to the posts that do go up on this page, and I would ask that you go back and reflect upon some of the posts that are on this page pertaining to scammers and how they are reaching out to people. We've posted many times over the last few weeks of scammers who are reaching out, who are duplicating this page. But I had someone say you were you and said I had to pay you 100 or my family would be killed. Okay. I was me. You had someone say I was me and said, what does that mean? Sorry. I don't have any understanding of what that means. We responded to your comment recently on another post, but you didn't reply. So I'm going to continue with my message of spiritual awareness. Yeah, I have no concept of what you're referring to. Sorry, so I'm going to just leave that comment there. Very interesting, very, very interesting. Even that comment in and of itself is a clear expression of where humanity is at. The tribalism, the misunderstanding, the lack of want or will to express correctly or to be able to express oneself or articulate exactly the expression in which we ascertain from our minds, you know. There is so much going on in the world right now, here in Australia, here across the oceans, right? Across the oceans, we've got a cyclone heading inland at the moment in the northern eastern parts of Australia. Over in America, I believe there's wildfires occurring. We've got earthquakes occurring, right? We've got people experiencing all forms of lack, loss, and devastation. And yet, some, myself included, may see this as a form of cleansing, may see these experiences as a form of shifting and shaking up that of which we all know to be true. You see, the earth, the world, the globe is not just a world, it's not just a globe, right? The earth, the world in which we reside upon is a living, breathing organism, is a living, breathing thing, you know? And what does it mean to be a living, breathing thing? It means consciousness, connectedness, communication. All right, I'm going to pull cards from this one. I haven't used this deck before. Ooh. Isn't this interesting? A love spreading spell. Friday, the day of Venus. Propitious for spells associated with family, fertility, sexuality, and friendship. The world needs more friendship right now. Yes, the globe is part of us. Mother Nature is part of us. We are connected on so many levels, and yet we fail to see our interconnectedness. I am not of the earth myself. I have come here from another space, another place, another time. And many people, when they meet me in person, often say they find something dark and mysterious about me. It's simply because I'm not from here. I never have been. I don't connect with my family. I don't connect with many or most people around me. I always share a differing or opposing opinion, and that's because I see things from a rapidly different perspective. And I never fail to, I guess, confuse people when it comes to the perspectives in which I share. And yet, every single person that I provide I commune with, whether it be for psychic readings, whether it be for connecting with the spirit realms, mediumship, whether it be connecting with gods, deities, beings from outer space, right? Under the earth, in the earth. People find these topics to be very difficult to talk about. They find them to be very difficult topics to understand, to comprehend. And yet these are my normal, everyday experiences. They always have been. Ever since I was a little child. Many people don't know this about me, but since I was a young child, I have been visited by otherworldly beings since I was a baby. My family is very aware of this. This is why I don't have contact with my family, because I don't connect with my earthbound family in the way that people attach themselves to their earthbound families. I simply don't associate, because my earthbound family is simply interested in being at one with the earth on a societal level, keeping up with the Joneses, having a white picket fence, having a mortgage, having a credit card, having a 9-to-5 job. These are all very earthly, humanistic experiences that I do not subscribe to. I previously have worked, and it's interesting, many different areas and industries I have participated in over the years, on this planet. Banking. I've worked for every big four bank in the country. I've worked for Westpac. I've worked for the Commonwealth Bank. I worked for ANZ, right? Well, I guess that's not the big four. The big four includes the National Australia Bank. Oh, no. I think I did some small work for them at one stage. I actually can't remember if that was I think it was just a company that I worked for, and we did some side hand work for them. I've worked for an insurance company called NRMA Insurance, SGIO, SGIC, RACB. I've worked for another company called Innovation Group. I've worked for Tokyo Marine. I've worked for Compass Claims. I've worked for McDonald's, right? I can keep going. I've worked for many different companies, many different corporations across many different industries and fields. And it always amazes people that I can always master these jobs. But to me, these are menial, basic tasks and responsibilities that should be second nature to every single human, every single person on this planet. We underuse the privilege of having a brain, the brain tissue. We underuse the privilege of the bodies in which we inhabit on this earth in this lifetime. We underuse everything that we have access to. But I'm the crazy one, right? Yes, I may be the crazy one if that's exactly what you're comparing it to, is a lifetime experience based on humanistic traits. But that's because I don't believe in the human qualities the way the other people do. Oh, angel number 8, that's a nice card. So, the purpose of this video is to express and share with everybody who sees this that, number one, I care not for your judgment. I care not for your judgment, because in order to be judged by people, you need to be on the same level as people. And my understanding and my levels of wisdom and knowledge and the background of my connectivity to the world around us, and I'm not just speaking on a physical level, I'm speaking on a galactic level, I'm speaking on a spiritual level, I'm speaking on a soul level, I'm speaking on a level in which most people would not begin to fathom or understand in their lifetime, let alone in the very short time that I've spent here on this planet. In order to be able to compare to me, you need to be able to match these levels of conversations, of understandings. I can pick up any topic and understand it very, very easily, and if it's not very easily, it doesn't take me very long, whether that's theology, right? Let's talk about religion. Let's talk about which religion would you like to talk about. We can have a conversation about it, and it won't take me very long to pull it apart, whether that's Catholicism, Judaism, Islam, Buddhism, right? And there's many more religions at that. Let's talk about the New Age industry, numerology, astrology. Would you like to talk Vedic? Would you like to talk sidereal? Would you like to talk tropical? Gross. There are so many different topics we can go into. Let's talk psychology, hey? Should I pull out the Diagnostic Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders version 5 and start diagnosing people? Should we discuss the lack of understanding that the psychology industry provides when it comes to spirituality, and the inability for the psychological understanding of metaphysics and the metaphysical industries, or the metaphysical sign from above. What else can we talk about? Can we talk about the unmatched strength that I have without trying? I haven't seen many people be able to push their own car down the road, or to lift a trailer full of things. I don't work out. I haven't seen many people weigh almost 200 kilos and lose the weight without surgery. I haven't seen many people understand nutrition, the body, both on a physiological level and otherwise. These are not special traits or qualities. I'm not sitting here boasting to you. These are just matter-of-fact things. These are things that every single person, every single human being has the capability and capacity to understand, but they fail to choose to do so. I'm not quite there in the new place yet. We will be officially leaving this space here that you see by the end of this month. Sorry. I'm actually very, how do I put it? Very interesting timing. I will be sending out a bubble of protection over my assistant's house, because there is a cyclone headed straight for that right now. So my darling chicken is going to be experiencing her very first cyclone. No mistake. I can understand the confusion. It's a bit here, there, and everywhere. But that is my life. I live in a life of chaos, and I am a chaos witch. And, I chuck that terminology around, I think, sometimes a lot over the last few years, especially because I want people to understand truly what it means to be a witch. A witch is not someone that wears a pointy conical hat and rides a broom and, chucks apples around as a form of protection. A witch is someone that has an interconnectedness to literally life and everything around us. And it is my firm belief and understanding that witches do have a very different set of DNA to everybody else, or at least some additional DNA that others do not possess. I walk among starseeds, and that term has even been bastardized. Ooh, casting a circle. Very interesting. I walk among starseeds every single day. I walk among many people on this planet who don't realize their own potential and capabilities and qualities that they possess, because they are choosing not to do so. They are choosing to subscribe and themselves to very mundane and basic aspects of life and living. And that's sad. That's very sad. Um, but I'm crazy, right? I'm crazy. I'm the crazy one. I'm never crazy when people need to know something. I'm never crazy when people wish for me to reach into their timeline, into their Akashic record, and pull out pieces of information that they require. Never crazy then. Never crazy when people need for me to commune with their deceased relatives or to pull forward gods or goddesses, right? Or deities or primordial beings and commune with those. Never crazy then. I'm never crazy when I'm needed for knowledge, power, and wisdom. I'm never crazy when I'm needed for magic. I'm never crazy at those times. I'm simply only crazy when people fail to understand what it is that I'm talking about. And that's why I say, and I mean with no malice and I mean with no disrespect, I am much more than most people that I meet. And that's just a matter of fact. You know? Woohoo! Matri. May all beings be happy and free. And that includes you. I'm never crazy then. I'm never crazy then. You know, it's very interesting. It's very interesting what society labels and when they choose to label those things. And it disappoints me that people do allow themselves to get wrapped up in the mundane. And sometimes it is necessary for us to put a capstone, so to speak, or to finish off, or to complete ties with certain aspects of the mundane in order for us to be able to ascend, in order for us to be able to reach a higher level of growth or a higher level of personal ascension in whatever that looks like for us on an individual perspective, on an individual capacity, on an individual basis. We are, of course, all forms of expression, expressing ourselves in as many different ways as possible, right? You are me and I am you. There is no doubt about that. For me, anyway. It is I who can see through the eyes of all, and many who can see through the eyes of none. Right? Oh, what's another one I've gotten? I'm dark. Dark. Surrender. I'm dark. I'm very dark. Am I dark because I can walk down the street at 3 o'clock in the morning? Am I dark? Why am I dark? What makes me dark? And if I am dark, I'd much prefer to be dark than what people most perceive to be light. In fact, I'm the embodiment of light. I am the Prince of Light. And people fail to see. But Reese, wasn't Lucifer known as Lucifer Morningstar? Oh, there are so many references to the Prince of Light. There are so many references to the Prince of Light, not just Satan or Saturn or Lucifer. People fail to understand symbology. Hi Vivian, how you going? People fail to see. People fail to see their own capabilities. Is it my job to show you? Not really. Not really. Do I choose benevolence? Absolutely. Absolutely. Triumphant. How do I choose to live my existence in this lifetime? I choose to explore. I choose to express. I choose to connect. And then disconnect. I'm a bit like smoke in this lifetime. It's very hard to catch me. Many people think that they can reach a certain level overnight. Many people think that doing what I do, living my life the way I live my life is a goal, but it should not be a goal. It should just be. It should just be the standard of living. It should just be the way everybody chooses to be. But everybody has a different life path. Everybody has a different form of expression that they have come here to achieve. Some people aren't designed to reach certain levels. That's, once again, simply just a matter of fact. Some people aren't designed to understand certain things. That is simply just a matter of fact. Some people are simply designed to come and be the bus driver, to be a part of the matrix code, to be a doctor, to be basic levels of expression here on this planet for certain periods and portions of time, so that others can reach the heights that they are designed to reach. What smack is he talking tonight? I'm talking straight from the universe. I'm talking straight from creation. I'm speaking to you directly from the primordial, from the very essence of creation itself. I speak directly from my intuition. I speak directly through all my ancestors behind me. I speak directly from my guides, the gods, the goddesses, and as I said, the primordial, right? That's the joke card. Try again, Reese. Ooh, spell to release emotional trauma. Interesting. Trauma. What is trauma? Many people seem to experience this thing called trauma. They let it define them. They allow it to direct their lives as though it's the rudder on the boat that is their experience. That's not what trauma's for. Is this a global reading? No, I wouldn't say it's a global reading. I'm literally just pulling cards as they come out. I'm showing you the cards, and I'm talking purely from my intuition. I'm talking purely from my connection to the expression points of the universal flow. I am of the universe. I am a child of creation. I am one with existence. And my biggest goal is to try and influence as many people to become at one with existence as possible, so that they too can live in the basis of flow at all given times, on any given day, in any given moment. If more people could learn to live within the flow and walk with the flow as opposed to walking against the tides of resistance, right, you may find your perceptions will shift for the better, of course, but of course. I've had experiences in this lifetime on repeat since I was a child that people constantly question. What's that one? Panchakarma. During Panchakarma, diet is sattvic, pure and positive, to evoke Oja's well-being. Honor your body. That's an interesting one for this session, whatever this session may be. Our expression points here should have no definition. My expression points through the avatar that you see to be on your screen right now, through this body, right? My expressions come from hundreds of thousands of years of regrowth and regeneration. They come from every single, whoa, discipline. Hello, that one's a jumper. They come from every single point of expression throughout all space and time, all versions of me, none of which are named Reese, by the way. I have a connectedness to many different things in this universe, in this reality, in this time-space dimension. And most people, for that, call me crazy. Have you ever seen the episode of The Simpsons? Where Homer, he's they're replaying what's that movie, The Shining. They're replaying that they're trying to depict The Shining, and Homer and Marge are at the famous mansion and blah blah blah, and what does Homer say? No beer and no TV make Homer go something something. And Marge says, go crazy, and he goes, don't mind if I do. Woo! Cracks me up. Absolutely cracks me up. How boring and how mundane must many people's lives be if they think that I'm the definition of crazy? What is crazy? There we go. No beer and no TV. There we go. No beer and no TV make Homer go something something. You know what's crazy is that many people are looking for expression points. Steady progress. Are looking for expression points, much like the ones that I provide on a regular basis. That's why people find themselves drawn to me in many different ways, shapes, and forms. And I don't fit the ideals of a normal person. I don't fit the ideals of what people find themselves to be regular. That's because I'm not. I never have been. That's never my intent. That's never my purpose. Never was, never was. Never was and never will be. So, if I was designed to be the bus driver, right, or if I was designed to be the doctor, or the retail worker, then that is all my expression point would be expression. That is all my expression point would be expressing, right? So that is not what I'm here for. And in many different ways, many different people that will see this video, there is a reason for you to see this video. There is a reason for you to hear these words, because your expression point is calling for much more than you are allowing it to express. So why are you suppressing yourself? Why are you suppressing all that you are? Naughty, naughty, right? Perhaps have you ever thought that the way in which you live your life is a part of the hinge and the balance that could tip the scale of existence in the right direction? Or in a further beyond direction than the one that we are currently in as a global society, as a global conscious collective? Perhaps have you ever thought that that one simple small choice that you could make tonight, tomorrow, whenever you may see this video, is that exact choice that the universe, your life, your existence is waiting for? I wonder. I wonder. Hot tip, I know. Dark and mysterious. I went to a club the other night. I met up with someone who was visiting from Norfolk Island, and we went to a club on Oxford Street in Sydney. And I said, why don't we go to Oxford Street? Right, well, I'll take you to Oxford Street. Can't go wrong on Oxford Street, right? Every fag and their hag is out for a good time on Oxford Street, right? I don't like drama. I don't like the bad vibes. And of course, I managed to find myself in the presence of other witches in a gay club. Of course, those other witches, right, find me. Of course. And when I say they found me, I was sitting in the smokers area, which is where I usually will reside as, the Oracle. And they came straight to me. They came straight to me. Who are you? You're dark and mysterious. Am I? Or is it the simple fact that you can't look at me and understand exactly all that I am, because I am everything? I am a piece of you. You are a piece of me. You see yourself in me and I see myself in you, right? I see through the eyes of all. But can you see through the eyes of me? Good night, Laura. Sleep tight. Have fantastic astral dreaming. Gosh, the other night, right, for the last week and a half, I've had dreams every single night. You know, I've been doing this thing recently where I have taught myself how to remember my dreams, and takes practice. But the other night, I was so frustrated. When I woke up in the morning, I went, I've had 8 dreams, but I'm only allowed to remember one of them. So I had to choose which one I brought back to the land of living with me. That was interesting, and that was a dream about me being in Queensland at where my chicken is based at the moment, and with the owners of the property, and there were tornadoes in the other field, and I was screaming, "Batten down the hatches!" And now all of course, you see what's going on there, right? So what is that? Was that precognition? Am I just very psychic? No. 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 I'm simply just in the flow. I'm listening appropriately to my intuition. Absorbing all that I require for this journey, this experience, this expression point in which I come from at this moment in time, right here, right now. Alrighty, Roo. I'm going to do one more round of cards. Ooh. Love incantation of the goddess. That was interesting. Who are you? And why did you come here? Do you know? Are you sure? Is the life that you're living all that it was meant to be? Are you expressing exactly the way in which you desire? Or are you expressing as a result of a reverberation of that of which is occurring around you? Get your words out, Reese. Ooh, rainbow serpent. This last round's proving to be very powerful. But that's just it, isn't it? That's what we all are. Very powerful. But can you see that? Can you feel that? Do you acknowledge that? I'm not special. I'm actually barely even powerful in comparison to all that is. I'm just in the flow of what is. You know, silence scares many people. I find it quite peaceful. I find it quite comforting. People don't like being left in their own thought processes, their own feelings. Feelings. What are they? What do they really mean? What are they really designed for? One from the bottom. Ah! One from the bottom. One from the bottom. This is fun. And one from the bottom. Enjoy.